Hey Capricorn, it's Rebecca from Being Human Tarot, and I'm here with your October 2018 reading. This month I'm reading with the Anima Mundi Tarot, which is a new deck that I just got. It's pretty great. I love the illustrations. It's mostly it's mostly animals, but also nature-based. So you'll see a lot of great imagery with that. I'm sticking to the same format that I have in past months. It's the 3-card reading. So the first card representing what you should focus on this month, the second card representing what to set aside for the month, and then the third card representing an additional consideration for the month. So to start your reading off for what you should focus on this month, you drew the Knight of Pentacles. Which, as the cat is making some noise over there, if you can hear that, as a fellow earth sign, I think that, pentacles are pentacle court cards are a little bit easier for you to embody, Capricorn. So what we're looking at here as a focus is being like the Knight of Pentacles, who is very, the Knights are a lot about movement. If you look at the direction that they're moving, and the Knight of Pentacles is very still. You can see that he's standing on the top of a hill there, kind of like keeping watch. And it's really about kind of protecting your home turf. So protecting the family members in your life, maybe your finances also, or if this is kind of like manifesting in a more of a worky way, in the way that the Pentacles often do, then perhaps it's protecting your turf at work. But you're doing it by more inaction than action. So there's a stillness that you want to kind of find and embody this month, rather than really going out there raring to go. It's about, I don't want to say reflecting quite, but I don't know, I feel like this illustration actually you can just kind of see by looking at this wolf. He's being still, but he's very alert, and he's watching. And so you want to be aware of your surroundings, and you just want to be a little bit more protective of all that important pentacly stuff in your life. As what you should set aside for the month, you drew the Two of Swords. Which is about decision making. And sometimes it's about making a decision on two things where there's perhaps not an outcome that's actually very good, so it feels like a lose-lose. But the Two of Swords reminds us that regardless of that, it's time to make a decision. However, you drew this card in your set aside for the month, and so it's actually kind of telling you the opposite. It's telling you that now isn't the time to make that big decision, and whatever place that it's brewing in your life, because you're on the watch, right? You're just kind of maintaining calm and watching over stuff this month. You're not taking a ton of hasty action, and so you don't want to make that decision right now. It's something that you're going to need to make, so that's why it's coming up at all. But it's just pointing out that, it's not always the right time, even though we know something is inevitable. It's not, and again, I've said this when the Two of Swords has come up in previous readings, it's not to be taken so literally into heart that you don't make a decision that you need to make. If it's a housing situation, or you need to make a decision about a job at a certain point of time, you can't put that off for the next month. So obviously make those kinds of decisions. But if it's something that you can have a little bit more time to sit with and think about and consider, in the grander scheme, then take that time, because it's a good month to think about things a little bit more before going in any direction. For your additional consideration of the month, you drew the world. Which it's, you know, the world is the final card in the major arcana. That's sort of like the ribbon on the human experience of just sort of like this ultimate satisfaction in your career and your relationships and like the different areas that you've kind of like overcome and conquered, and like in this really great sort of completion phase. And so with it showing in your additional considerations, I think the cards are kind of asking you to really think about what it is in your life that exemplifies the world to you. So what kinds of steps, or so first, what are the kinds of things that the world would look like in your life? Does that mean reaching a certain, you know, career milestone? Like, do you have like a job goal in mind that like you want to get to, and that's kind of like once you've gotten there, you know that like that's where you want to be? Or, you know, if you're someone who knows they want to have kids, is it maybe like kind of getting to that place in your life? So it really depends on what it is that you want from your life. But you're being specifically asked to consider those things and to consider them, and then go take it to the next step and think about what you need to do and how you need to align your future decisions so that you're able to get there. So it's a very reflective kind of like protecting what's important and making a plan for the future kind of month, which you're very good about, Cap. So I don't think that any of this will come as a difficulty to you. And who doesn't want to think about like what their version of the world is? It's almost sort of like, well, maybe not quite. I was going to say it's kind of like daydreaming about what you would do with money if you won the lottery, but like obviously money cannot buy everything. That's sort of like a crappy example. So but it is just sort of like that imaginative, like what if, and how do I get there, and like what can I start doing to like put me onto a course that's more narrowly you know, zooming in on like this ultimate great outcome. So it's a great month for that. And that's it for October. If you found the video useful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribing to the channel. I upload videos before the first of every month, and so if you hit the bell icon next to subscribe, you'll be automatically uploaded. They'll be automatically uploaded. No, he won't be. You'll be automatically notified when I upload the videos for all the signs. So that's it. I'll pause this and pan down so that you can see all the cards together, because it's helpful visually, I think, in a reading, and also they're beautiful cards, and so you probably want to see them. So that's it. Bye, Cat. So here you can see your focus of the Knight of Pentacles, your set aside of the Two of Swords, and your additional consideration of the world. Thanks for tuning in.